Good morning, welcome back to another weekly vlog. It is Monday. I have been away. We cruised till we... Don't know where I was going with that. I do not know. We had a nice time. This is going to be... I think that will straighten up. But this is going to be the last time I am going to talk about the weather for the moment. But... Finally, in the UK, the weather warmed up last week. It's got colder since then, I might add. But while we were away, the weather in the UK was lovely, I believe. Not so much in Spain and Portugal. We had 2 decent days for sitting out. The rest of the time, it was not very good. Notwithstanding that, we had a very nice time on holiday. Very enjoyable. My first experience with celebrity cruises. We really enjoyed it, don't get me wrong, but my God, it was a big, there was a lot of people and it was very big. I think, I don't know, I'll talk about it more in another video, but lots of good aspects of it, but I think on balance it was probably too big and too many people for us. But yeah, we had a lovely time. Very grateful to have gone. Lovely to spend time with the family. All of that stuff, of course. Anyway, here we are back at home as though we never left. We got back on Saturday afternoon. I went out for dinner with friends on Saturday night. And actually, I'll tell you a bit of a story about that. As you know, at the end of the year, we are going on a trip to New York and then coming back on the Queen Mary 2, a trip that we first did in 2019. And we raved about it so much after that to everybody we knew. We had such a fantastic time that the 2 years later, our best friends did the very same trip. They also enjoyed it very, very much. And they rebooked to go this year, and we booked last November to go this year, and we didn't tell them that we're on the exact same trip as them. We had a plan that when we got onto the ship we were going to text them and say, do you fancy going out for a drink tonight? And they were going to reply, well no, we're in New York, did you forget we're on the Queen Mary? And we were going to say, so are we, surprise. I am not a person who keeps secrets well. I am not naturally a secret keeper, and I've kept that secret since last November. And a couple of weeks ago we were out with them, and it transpired that they were on the exact same flight as us. So I'm pretty sure there's no way you can be on the same flight, go through the airport and pick up baggage at the other end, and you know, on the same flight and not bump into someone. And you know, it's just sod's law, isn't it? You would. So we had to come clean, and I even looked into moving our flights, but it was going to cost me 600 quid to change flights. So to try and keep the surprise going, that we were going to wait until we got onto the Queen Mary and text them. But anyway, we told them on Saturday night because we were on the same flight, and I feel like it would have been a bit of a damn squib just to have bumped into them at the airport and gone, oh hi. But so we decided to tell them, and yeah, I'm glad the secret is out now, because it's been really hard keeping that secret. And they've obviously been talking, sorry I'm wobbling you, they've obviously been talking about going away and how excited they are about it. We've been nodding along and not saying anything. So yeah, we came clean about that on Saturday night. Anyway, it's Monday. Just having a day of catching up on admin-y work type jobs, email and all that sort of good stuff this morning. And the first thing I want to tell you about this week is the AMIRO R3 facial skin tightening device. I have been having some fairly active facials the last few months in order to try and improve the texture of my skin and fine lines and wrinkles and all of that good stuff that we get. And it is not a cheap hobby. Going for facials, regular facials, is not cheap at all. So when AMIRO asked me if I would like to try out this device, I thought, do you know what? I certainly would. So let me tell you a little bit about it. It comes in this gorgeous box with, that's what it looks like inside. This is the actual device. It's USB rechargeable, and it's this rather nice colour. That's the lid, and that's what the top of it looks like. And then in the bottom half of the box, you have this drawer that comes out, and it comes with a case. That case holds it, a zip-up case. And it also comes with, I've got all these out to show you. It comes with eye masks, which are in there. You'll see more of these with the cutaways as I talk about it. It comes with the lifting face and neck masks, and it also comes with 2 tubes of the gel which you use with it to make it glide seamlessly over your face. That's what those look like. So this is all very well, Caroline, you might be saying, but what does it do? So this claims to firm and brighten your skin within 5 minutes. It's very simple to use. I like that. That is good. It's meant to smooth your facial wrinkles, tighten your jawline, and also rejuvenates your eye area. It depuffs and it gets rid of those fine lines and crow's feet. It's meant to improve those. And so it has 3 different modes. It has the eye mode, which you can use on the eye area with or without the mask that is provided. You don't have to use it with the mask, you can use it without, but it gives a more intensive treatment with the mask. And that sort of depuffs and firms the eye area. And then it also does jawline firming. You can work on this area under here if you have sagging and wrinkling that you don't really want. And it sort of tightens all that up. Again, that is a 4-minute treatment. And then it also does a full face, so you can do it all over your whole face. That's a 5-minute treatment, and that's meant to generally improve the texture and reduce fine lines and wrinkles. So how does it do all these things, you might ask? It has 4, I'm not very good at science bits, so bear with me, but it has 4 different things going on in this little powerful head here. It has radio frequency, it has EMS turbo current, it has red light and infrared light. Now, how exactly all those things work is a mystery to me, and frankly, I'm not that bothered. But I do know that they're all sort of buzzwords and important things for the skin, and you hear about these words time and time again when you're looking into skincare. So the fact that it has all these 4 things in one little device, I thought could only be a good thing. Now, 95% of users of this device experienced an improvement in their eye area and a reduction in sagging skin under their jaw. So that's a really good percentage, isn't it? So I am very much looking forward to continuing to use this. The other good thing I like about it is that they reckon that you only have to use it for 4 minutes a day, 3 times a week. I feel like that's a commitment we can all get behind. We can all find 4 minutes 3 times a week, can't we? Now, is it cheap? No, it's not cheap. It is £336 on the website. However, if it means that I can stop paying £100 for a facial every couple of months, that works for me. I also have a discount code if you are interested in trying it. I will put all the information down in the description box, and I will of course give you an update when I've been using it for a while and let you know how I feel I'm getting on with it. I've not tried it for long enough yet to see any results on myself. It's quite a new thing to me, but as I say, I will give you an update. So if you're interested in trying it, all the information is down there in the description box. Right, I need to go and do some tidying up. That's my first job of the day. Good morning, it's Tuesday. Oh, I've got a bit of a frog in my throat. It's Tuesday, yes. I didn't film anything else after I filmed my quite lengthy, chatty intro segment yesterday because I actually was filming another video, so I felt like I'd done quite a lot of filming, but I didn't update the vlog. But here I am on Tuesday. The weather's... No, I'm not allowed to talk about the weather. Not allowed to talk about the weather. Stopping myself. What I do need to talk about is, while I was away, honestly, you put up a video thinking it would be the least controversial video ever, and it turns into an absolute shit show. The Dalesford Organic Love Food Hate Waste Box video that I filmed. You may have seen it. A lot of you placed orders, and a lot of you were disappointed by having your orders cancelled by Dalesford because they didn't have enough stock, or end dated, later dated, short dated stock to fulfill the orders, or else they did fulfill the orders and you were disappointed with what arrived. I have had a lot of comments, messages and even emails about this from you. Most of them are fine, but a few sort of suggesting that I was in some way in cahoots with Daylesford. Let me just reiterate, as I said in that video, I ordered that box myself. Daylesford had no idea who I am, that I had a YouTube channel. I paid for it with my own money. I've never ever been contacted by Daylesford to do any sort of collab with them, so again, they didn't know who I am. Someone left a comment saying that she thought that they sent me an extra good box because I was an influencer, and I pointed out that I hadn't, you know, I literally just ordered it as a normal customer, and she said, well, they must have known who you were. But I mean, really, surely Daylesford can't Google every single person who places an order with them, I wouldn't have thought, to check if they've got a social media presence. It seems a bit unlikely to me, but oh, what's going on here? More traffic chaos, how lovely. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought they would be, you know, Googling everybody who places an order with them. So yeah, just to really reiterate that I was not sent a special box. Also, it would be stupid of them to do that, wouldn't it? Because they'd end up with lots of extremely unsatisfied customers, which they have actually done, haven't they? I do not understand why they wouldn't put a limit on the number that could be ordered on any given day, or for delivery on any given day. That strikes me as absolute madness, because obviously if you place an order and then you go and you get it cancelled when you're looking forward to it, you know, that's rubbish, isn't it? That's not going to put you in a good mood with that company. It's not going to leave you with a positive experience. So really, I feel like I need to apologise, although I feel like I shouldn't have to, type of thing. So I'm sorry to anybody who was disappointed. Really, it's not my fault. I did show you genuinely what I got in the box that I paid for. And yeah, it hasn't been a great way of dealing with it from Daylesford's point of view. The other thing I will say is that somebody told me that Daylesford had told somebody who messaged me about their box either being cancelled or they weren't pleased with what they got, understandably, said that Daylesford had told them that they were aware of the video that I made. That I don't know if someone had alerted them to it, or they found it, or whatever. Oh my god, sorry, I've just seen someone reversing almost into another car. That wasn't good at all. Yeah, so none of it was good really, but and just to reiterate again, even subsequent to the video and all the orders and all of that, Daylesford have not in any way been in touch with me or contacted me whatsoever. So I just wanted to sort of tell you about it from my point of view, but it has perhaps put me off a little bit, continuing that that was going to be a series of food waste boxes, and it's possibly put me off a little bit. I don't know, perhaps I just need to do a disclaimer that I have nothing to do with the company at the beginning of the videos. But yeah, I do feel like Daylesford should have had a preset limit on how many could be ordered at one time. I think that would have been better. Right, all that having been said, what's going on today? I am currently in hideous traffic. The traffic in my town is just horrendous. They've got a road closed, which is one of the main ways into town. Of course, they're building like they are in every other town in the country, you know, overbuilding houses, more and more accommodation being built, and no infrastructure being put in to help that. I feel like the country is just in such a mess, isn't it? The 3 little girls who were stabbed in Southport last week, well, more people were stabbed than that. 3 little girls died, didn't they? Just absolutely horrific. I can't even begin to wrap my head around that. Also, my aunt, who was on holiday with us when the stabbings happened, was from Southport. A lot of my family are from Southport, so you know, just horrible, isn't it? And then the riots now, of course, I'm feeling emotionally and mentally a bit low at the moment, for various reasons that I'm not going to discuss on the internet, but yeah, so that's all not helping really. Anyway, the Olympics are on, and let's be positive. I love the Olympics, and it's track cycling at the moment. Missed the first week of it because we were away, of course, the Olympics. But I've caught quite a lot since I've been back, and I'm going to pop the telly on when I get home after being out today and see. God, I literally can't string a sentence together. What is up with me? I'm going to put the telly on later on today and watch some of this track cycling. Right, I'm turning off this camera, and I'll see you later. Back from shopping, not really shopping, Aldi parcel drop off and parcel pickup. I've bought myself some lovely sunflowers, very happy with those, and I've made myself one of my favourite breakfasts, the spinach and mushroom Weight Watchers wrap, and I've got some salsa on the side. It's very sticky the last couple of days. My bins started smelling, so I've just emptied them and cleaned them out, and I'm going to pop in a triangled folded piece of kitchen paper, that's the word, apparently I still can't speak, with some Fabulosa on it. No doubt somebody's going to tell me, oh, that's flammable, it will set your house on fire, but I've been doing it for 15 years or so, and it hasn't managed to set my house on fire yet. And don't worry, I don't put any naked flames in my bins generally, because that wouldn't be a good idea, would it? But it does just give you a nice scent every time you open the bin, and keeps them fresher for a little bit longer when it's this sort of sticky, humid thing going on. Right, we're going to do a recipe of the day. I saw it on TikTok, and or recipe of the week even. Yeah, I saw it on TikTok. Does anybody else's television just automatically turn itself off after a length of time? I turned it on, just have the Olympics in the background. Oh, sometime before lunch. It's now 25 to 4. And I haven't actually sat down and watched it at all, but it's been sort of going on in the background. I've had diving on this afternoon. And then suddenly it decides it wants to turn itself off. I presume that's some sort of energy saving thing, isn't it? Yet another decision being taken away from us in the guise of, you know, saving the planet. Greenwashing, they call it, don't they? I don't like all this greenwashing, I'm very tired of it. Anyway, I could just stop moaning about it and go put the telly back on, couldn't I really? Anyway, I'm going to cook what is called on TikTok a luxury fish pie with minimal preparation. I'm not sure how luxury it will be, but it looked jolly nice on TikTok, so I'll be back to do that in a second. Right, about 2 hours later, I think. Fish pie. Super easy, luxury fish pie they call it. Start by making some mashed potato. I've done that already. Or if you're really lazy, I expect you could make instant mashed potato. Then we are going to cook these 4 cod fish cakes. In the TikTok video I saw, they bought the super basic ones, which I decided not to go with. So I wanted these because the fish even looks a little bit more chunky. So I'm gonna whack these in the air fryer for 20 minutes from frozen, and then I'll be back. Fish cakes are done. We're going to add a bag of cooked prawns. They're still a little bit frozen. Some tartar sauce, some mayonnaise, which I haven't got, and some chopped parsley, and some grated cheese. We're going to mash all that down together into a delicious fish pie filling. Okay, all the ingredients are in. Just need to give it a mix around now. I've got to say that actually looks and tastes pretty good. I have added a squeeze of lemon juice and a little bit of black pepper that wasn't in the recipe. And I've got a spare one over here as well that I'm going to pop in the freezer. That's only enough for that one, but so there's this one, and I'm just going to top it with some mashed potato and some more cheese. And here we are. one for tonight's dinner, one for the freezer. The proof of the pudding, as they say, will be in the eating. But it was super, super quick to put together. If it tastes good, that is a winning midweek supper for sure. I just moved you around to make the most of the light because it is certainly getting darker. I've really noticed the evenings drawing in a little bit the last week or so, or couple of weeks. The fish pie was pretty good. Not bad at all, went down well, and my God, it was so easy to make. So with fish pie, it's one of those things that I find quite faffy to make. In fact, Ashley makes it more often than I do. And that was certainly a good way of reducing the faff level. I mean, it wasn't the best fish pie I've ever eaten, but it was really tasty. And yeah, bit of a thumbs up, I think. I'll definitely do it again when I'm in a rush. Bought that today while I was in Aldi. It's like the Aldi version of the Olaplex hair treatments. I can't see if that is focusing or not. I think it is now. It's the pre-wash hair treatment, so it's like the Philip Kingsley elasticizer which I've got at the moment. And I've almost run out of. I've just got about half a treatment left in my tube, so I thought I'd give this one a go because it's considerably less. I think this was $3.99. You basically wet your hair and then put it onto your hair. If it's the same as the Philip Kingsley, I'm not going to be able to see it in this light, so I don't know why I'm even grabbing my glasses. Also, why are instructions on? How small is that? I don't think I could read that even with my glasses on. I'd struggle. Yeah, I can just about read it, but that is not easy. Anyway, yeah, I'm finding my hair quite dry at the moment. Certainly my hair, I used to be able to do anything with it colour-wise and just bleach it, bleach it, bleach it, and it was fine. As I've got older, it's certainly getting drier and crispier at the ends. And I don't like the sort of post-wash conditioning treatments, because when I wash my hair, do it in the shower, and then if you have to put something in and leave it for 20 minutes, do you then have to go back in the shower to wash it out? It's all a whole load of faff that I haven't got time for in my life. So I like this because it's a pre-wash treatment and the elasticizer is the same. So I'll let you know how I get on with that. Oh, excuse me. Right, I really need to go and tidy that sofa and do something with this lot as well. And then I think an early night. I am tired, I might finish my book. Oh, excuse me. No point me talking at the moment. I'm just too yawny. Good morning, Mr. Ron. How are you? All right? Oh, it's nice to see you. Good morning, it's Wednesday. I've put this top on I wore it on holiday once. And it was fine, but I put it on this morning. It keeps dropping forward, you know. Just, it's not right. It just is irritating me. So I'm going to go and take it off, I think, and change it for something else. Anyway, it's Wednesday. The sun is shining. We're not going to talk about the weather. See how indoctrinated I am with this talking about the weather, how hard it is to do that. to not to do it. Had a nice chat with Will last night, who has just come back from 10 days in California, part work, part holiday, and I was tracking his plane yesterday. I love those plane tracking apps where you can track where the plane is and how the journey. In fact, he actually texted me from the plane because some planes now have Wi-Fi, don't they? Mind blown by that, I must admit. Anyway, yeah, had a nice chat with him last night, caught up, and I suspect he's feeling a bit knackered going into work today because he didn't arrive, but it was a 10-hour flight, and they flew back in at about 2 o'clock, and he flew back in about 2 o'clock yesterday. So his body clock's going to be all over the place, I suspect. Anyway, today I am going to try and do lots of admin-y jobs and housey jobs to make me feel more organised. I feel a bit scattered, so I'm really not an exciting day at all. So I'm going to clean the kitchen. I've just got up, showered, dressed, washed my hair. I'm going to change my top first of all. I've got my new earrings on from Parfois. I'm very pleased with those. Really like them. Yeah, I'm going to go and change my top. I'm going to have a quick whiz around the kitchen, empty the dishwasher, and then I want to empty my inbox. I've got emails that I haven't quite caught up with since getting back from holiday, and I really need to do that. So that's my first job of the day. Okay, kitchen is tidy, dishwasher is emptied and refilled, and I have almost zeroed my inbox. I've got 2 emails left in it, but that's okay because therefore things that I need to remind myself to do, so leaving them at the top of my inbox even will make me remember to do those things. Just let me put the inside of my air fryer back together. Oh, that was all noisy, wasn't it? Right, can anyone tell me why my magnolia has randomly decided to flower again? Only in a half-hearted way. Somebody told me earlier this year that it's called a tulip magnolia, which I didn't know. I'm not one of life's gardeners. But why is it suddenly sort of half-heartedly flowering again in August? I don't understand. Any gardeners out there, enlighten me as to what's going on, please. Is there anything more satisfying than an outside washing line full of washing, drying in the cloud? Oh, talked about the weather again. Right, I've had a quick tidy around the lounge, so that looks a bit better. My cleaning lady's coming later on this morning. So I like to leave everything clean and tidy so she's able to clean rather than having to move stuff to clean around. Anyway, I'm now going to do some very boring account stuff that I've been putting off for a while. So that's my next job. I'm going to do half an hour of that, and then I'm going to reward myself with a coffee when Becky gets here so I can make her one as well. It's just about lunchtime, just after 1, I think. And my aim for today was to feel more organised. And I actually do. I've done all my emails. I've done lots of little admin jobs. I've got some account stuff more up to date than it was before. Excuse the light. Yeah, just feeling much more organised. Bear with me while I just go and get something out of the microwave. I've just warmed up some roasted vegetable and chickpea. It was mentioned as, or named as salad, I think. I would say it's less of a salad and more of a, I don't know, a sort of vegetable-y dish, baked dish, I don't know. I'll show you in a second. I'm just crumbling a little bit of feta over the top. And then I'm going to chop a little bit of parsley over the top as well. Anyway, I've had a good morning, getting lots of stuff done. Had a nice chat with Becky, my cleaner, while she was here. And put the world to rise. The world is feeling like or the country is feeling like a frightening old place at the moment, isn't it? A worrisome and depressing state of affairs, I think it's fair to say. Anyway, it's always good to talk, so had a chat with Becky and yeah, feeling more organised. I'm going to progress with my organising after I've had some lunch, and I've printed things out on the notice board that needed updating, and I've done some YouTube planning and all sorts of stuff to make me feel more organised. I've sorted out hotel booking and bits and pieces, and yeah, all good. Anyway, I'm off to have this lunch. Let me just show you. It's a chickpea, lots of vegetables. There's carrot, there's peppers, there's courgette, there's red onion, there's a couple of other bits and pieces, and there's chickpeas and a little bit of, not orzo pasta, but very small pasta in there. Feta crumbled over the top, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm hungry. Just wiping my wind. If you can hear the windscreen wipers, that's because it's raining, which I'm aware is talking about the weather. I'm not going to comment on the weather. I'm off to Tesco's because I've cooked a slow-cooked lamb ragu for dinner, which, with, incidentally, some fennel seeds. Just finished off the packet of fennel seeds, or the tub of fennel seeds, and the best before date on those was 2009. 2009. So 15 years past their best before date. However, Ashley's just tasted the lamb ragu and said it does taste of fennel seeds. So obviously they weren't completely devoid of flavour. Anyway, I digress. I'm off to Tesco's because the recipe suggested serving the lamb ragu with spaghetti or pasta, and we don't really fancy it with pasta. We're going to have it with some crusty bread and some very nice looking tender stem broccoli that we have half a packet left of and needs eating up. So I'm off to Tesco's to get some crusty bread. Probably should have baked some this afternoon, shouldn't I? We talk sometimes on here about little things that bring us joy, and the most ridiculous little thing is bringing me joy at the moment is that my Kindle, my iPad and my phone now all share one and the same charger. Praise be, alleluia, that delights me beyond all measure, beyond all reasonable amounts of delightness or delighting, I don't know. Honestly, the fact that all three of them share the same charger is it's a Virgo thing, I think, but very pleased about it. I got a new phone just before I went on holiday, and that had the same charger as my Kindle and iPad, so yay for that. That's made me very happy. Although I feel like I've been very busy this week, I don't feel like I've got an awful lot tangible. I do feel more organised, but I certainly don't feel like I've got as much done as I would like to have got done. But never mind, I'm going to have to do quite a lot of serious editing tomorrow, I think, of videos, and get a little bit ahead of myself because I am not at the moment. Good morning, it's Thursday. There's not much to recommend it, let's put it that way. I don't know if you remember a while ago, probably a couple of years, I showed you this, which is a velvet box full of Forever Roses from the brand Rose Forever. They don't smell of roses anymore. They did for about 6 or 8 months, but they don't have that scent anymore. But I still think they look just lovely. But the reason I'm talking about them again is that the company have expanded into candles. Excuse me, bending down like that. Can I make you go a bit higher? Let's see. There we are, marginally higher. No, that's not brilliant, is it? Let's try that. Let's try that. Got my winter cardigan on. Honestly, it's ridiculous. Anyway, this arrived from them. I have actually opened it and looked at it already, but I just popped it back in the box until I showed you. And they've expanded into candles, and look at the gloriousness of this. Huge, as big as my head almost. And it smells divine. It doesn't say on it what the fragrance is, I don't think. And something citrusy, I feel like, but don't take my word for that. Let me go and check what the fragrance was that I ordered. But also the glass, look at how pretty that is with the sort of pink marbling on. Because it's such a miserable day, I'm going to light this later and treat myself to a new lovely candle. My nose did not deceive me. It is citrus sandalwood, and it's just lovely, isn't it? Very happy with that. They've got quite a range of candles, and I'll pop a link to their website in the description box. I'm not sure if they give me a discount code or not, but if they have, put them down. I'll put it down there, but I'll obviously let you know what it's like when I burn it later on as well. I have just been to Boots to pick up my prescription. Do you remember the prescription rant from, I don't know, a couple of months ago? It must have been maybe 3 months ago. Whereby for a year I'd been getting 2 prescriptions on the same prescription for 2 different drugs, and because one of them was HRT, I'd had a prepayment certificate. You only have to pay £20 for the whole year for HRT, whereas my blood pressure tablets I have to pay 10 or 11 quid or whatever it is every time I get them. And I'd always ordered them on the same prescription, so the doctor only had to deal with me once, or the prescription person only had to deal with me once, Boots only had to deal with me once, and I only had to make one trip to get both prescriptions. Last time I went to get the prescriptions, Boots told me that I would have to pay for the HRT because it was on the same prescription as the blood pressure tablets. And I said, well, wait 1 second, I've already paid with this here prepayment certificate, here it is. And they said, no, you have to have them on separate scripts now. And I said, that's ridiculous, you've been doing it this way for 8 months and I've already paid for it. And they said, no, you'll have to pay for it again if you actually want it. So I paid for it twice on that count, and I was incandescent with rage, if you remember. I love that expression, incandescent with rage. It describes my mood quite a lot of the time. Anyway, side note, I have just gone back on HRT. I will talk about that in a separate video. I know you've only just seen the one that said I'd come off it, but that was pre-filmed several, like, oh, I don't know, you saw that like a week and a half ago, and I'd filmed it probably 3 weeks before that. So anyway, a couple of months of HRT and I've gone back on it, but I'll talk about that in another video. So I needed my prescriptions again. So last weekend I requested my prescription for my blood pressure medication, and then it takes 3 days to filter through to actually be ready. And then yesterday evening I requested my prescription for the HRT patches. And I went in today to get my prescription. I've just been in to get my prescription for the blood pressure tablets, and the very nice lady on the counter said to me, she asked my name, looked it up, she said, oh yeah, your amlodipine ready, but I don't think your patches will be ready yet. I said, oh no, that's fine. They have to be on separate prescriptions. I'll come back in for them when they're ready. I said, they have to be on separate prescriptions because you made me pay twice last time I came in for it. And she went, what? That can't be right. I said, well, according to that gentleman there, pointing at the pharmacist, it definitely was, because I had a big row with him about it. And she said, oh, if you like to take a seat, I'll try and get this sorted out for you. I said, no, honestly, don't worry, I'll just do it on the separate prescriptions now. But anyway, she was mystified by it. She didn't know why that was happening, and she said, well, that shouldn't be the case. We should just charge you for one. I said, yes, you should, but unfortunately you made me pay twice last time. But yeah, it does seem utter madness, but that's where we're at with it. Anyway, so that just gave me a little bit of a giggle this morning. I'm in Brentano. How cool are these rainbow trainers? I love them. Same day, but I've changed because I was too hot. It's warmed up marginally, although it is still raining. Oh, weather again. God, honestly, saying I'm not going to talk about the weather has been a real eye-opener as to how much... Let me just pop you down there a sec. As to how much I actually do talk about the weather. Leave that. Let's put some lipstick on as well. My lips feel a little bit dry. I went in Brantano this morning. Oh, I filmed a bit, didn't I? Of those rainbow trainers. I didn't buy the rainbow trainers, but I did buy myself some new sandals. I just wanted some everyday, sort of fairly sturdy sandals. So I don't usually go for an ankle strap because I think it shortens the legs. But I wanted something that I could wear during the day that was quite chunky and there's a word that I'm looking for, I don't know, quite daytime appropriate and comfortable and sensible, I guess. So I got these. They were originally they're originally allegedly $49.99, despite the fact that they are not leather. And then they were down to $34.99, and it says now $29.99. However, there was 20% off that, and they were $23.99. So I thought that was a bit of a bargain. So yes, those are going to be my new sort of everyday sandals. I've got the flat sort of silvery ones as well, which I do wear quite a lot as well. But I wanted something that just felt a little bit more substantial. Substantial, that's the word I was looking for. A substantial sandal. So I've got those, I'm pleased with those. If I can find them, I will link them in the description box because that's a bargain, isn't it? I've also got some shampoo. I got the Aussie Blonde and Hydrate, which was down to £4 in Boots, which I thought was a bargain. I didn't need conditioner today, so I actually went to Boots. As you know, I went to Boots for my prescription, but I went to Boots for shampoo and prescription, and it's very rare that I go into Boots and don't buy anything apart from the things on my list, and I did it today. It's the soul of abstemiousness. Is that a word? I'm not sure it is. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave this vlog here, even though it's Thursday, because I really want to get it all ready before the weekend, just to give myself the weekend off, because I've started working in the weekends and it's not great. I'm trying to stop myself from working during the weekends as much as I have been doing. So I'm going to finish this off here. I hope everybody's having a good week, and I will see. Oh, the other thing I was going to say is, hang on, where's my tripod? Let's go and find the tripod and we'll talk to you with the tripod. Yes, the other thing I was going to say was that I'm going to make these weekly vlogs every 2 weeks from now on, and then on the in-between week I'm going to do a day in the life with hopefully a bit of an outing in most of them, getting out and about a little bit more, and I'll talk a bit more about the reason for that next week in the day in the life it'll be, won't it? I had to think about that. Last thing to say is, if you are interested in the AMIRO R3 skincare device that I showed you earlier in this video, all the information is down there in the description box, so do go and have a look at that. Now let's finish off here with some wise words. Thanks for watching. The grass will often look greener elsewhere, and maybe it is, or maybe it's fake. Maybe that grass has been lovingly watered. Maybe the weather has been perfect to grow that grass just right. What I'm trying to say is that your grass is green enough. And if you water it more and shine some sunlight on it daily, it will only grow greener still. Love your own grass. Everything you love only gets better. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next week. Bye bye.